Good morning, guys. Whoa! We're in the rhododendron bush. I just had to go for a pee. How are you all? Let's just get out of here now. Try and hold those things so we stop them banging on everything. Right. And here we are. And there we are. How fantastic. Let's do the time. It is 9:37 and it's Thursday today. And the ground is frozen in places. The sun is out. Sunrise is 6:28, I believe, in the morning. So if you want to sun gaze, you need to get out at that time. And you got the first 40 minutes after sunrise to do your sun gazing. And I think now, more than ever, we need to start doing these things, guys. We actually we need to prepare our bodies and ourselves to get the best benefits they can. And everything was actually gifted to us when we arrived here. The air, the water, the food, the warmth, the companionship, the family, everything really. And we just need to remember how to connect with it all and give, because that's what it's all about. As I'm walking on the earth, I'm actually part of the earth. As I'm walking on the earth, I am contributing to the earth being created by my very footfalls upon it, my electrical connection to it. So I am giving and I am receiving back. And as I've said before, God created us absolutely perfectly in balance with this planet. So I'm going to talk about the OPPT, the One People's Public Trust. I am following this, as I believe we all should, but it's, all to do with free will. And over the past couple of days, there's been radio shows on two different channels that I've been listening to. If you go into John Lennon channel on YouTube, you'll find the radio shows, or go on to OPPT and they'll give you links like to American Kabuki and things like that. Remove the Shackles and other channels where you can find out what's going on. And Caleb, who is one of the 3 OPP trustees, said on one of the radio shows that, he kind of had done his role and he wanted to get on with living his life and exchanging his energy in the way that he saw fit for himself. And there was absolute uproar over this, guys. I mean, people were horrified. And actually, he is so many steps ahead in his thinking that it's difficult for other people to comprehend. But the thing is, the system that has enslaved us is in fact money, and using that as a resource when it's a bit of paper that's worth probably 0.00p, 1p or something. There's no gold or precious metals or anything to back it up. It's been printed off willy-nilly, to do what the powers that be want to do, which is to keep us enslaved. And we have to get to a stage beyond money. And I understood exactly what Caleb was saying and where he was coming from. And he has done his bit, and he has done it magnificently. And he has done it for all of us. And he now knows who he is, knows what he wants, and he has the right to go and follow that path. And what was coming out was people were saying, you know, he's deserting, well, I don't think they could quite grasp it. But what he was saying was, we are all responsible for our lives. That's what it's about. We have to take back the responsibility. And there are people who are quite happy to do that. And there are others who are fearful of doing that. And there are others who don't even understand what that means, because they've never actually been allowed to be responsible for their lives. But I think the important thing that came out was that the three trustees all had very, well, they were like three sides to a very strong triangle. They all had their own role to play in creating and manifesting the OPPT and the foreclosure of corporations and all the rest of it. And Caleb has done what he intended to do, and as he rightly said, if everybody wants me to do for them, then that's an energy exchange. You know, my time is going to be spent, which is his energy, sorting out everybody else's life and almost taking responsibility for it. And to do that, he would need energy exchanged back to him. Do you understand what I mean? And he said, you know, I might as well build an empire. In other words, nothing different will happen. And then last night, I watched one, and Heather was, bless, all anybody seemed to be really interested in was the money. You know, when are we going to get the money? And it's like, okay, you know, have the money. Say what way you want it delivered to you, your value, because people cannot understand that they are the value. They are the value. I am the value. You know, I'm doing an energy exchange with this planet. I will collect wood today, which will take my energy, and I will go home and I will be gifted with the energy from the wood for the day with warmth. So the energy I put out to collect that wood will then gift me back the energy tenfold. The energy I put into my family, I'm gifted back. Do you understand what I'm saying? We are the energy, and we have been so hoodwinked. I don't know. I really don't know. But, you know, to believe that paper that has no value really is more important than you, and that you could actually have a price tag on you is awful, really. But that is the state that we are in, that we believe our worth is defined by things. And some of those things are worthless bits of paper that we all kind of think, oh, gimme. Look how much I'm worth. How many times have you heard that? How can we limit our worth? we can limit it by saying that money is worth more than we are. This ground is so hard. And I can understand completely that people are kind of baffled and a bit, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because it's like suddenly you have got responsibility for your life, for your resources, for what you gift out and what you're gifted back. And we've really got to get our head around this. One thing that was said last night when I was listening to the show is that you are the hero of your life. You are the saviour. And we need to come together and we need to value every single thing on this planet, not in a monetary paper kind of way, but in a genuine, deep and honest way. I mean, I'm here, I'm barefoot, the sun is just gifting hormone D to me, and my dogs are gifting me so much as well, and I am calm and I feel balanced, and that is important to me. I tried to explain yesterday, you know, that there are things I could have done probably to have generated quite a lot of this paper value into my life, but it would have taken me away, and the energy that I would need to have expended, i.e. being away from my family, travelling, staying in hotels, being nowhere familiar, going through flipping body scanners or touch-ups or whatever. When I sat down and considered, this was more important to me than any amount of paper money. Hello guys. And people are thinking, well, you know, how are we going to progress? Well, here's the thought. Look at where you live now, the community that you are living in, and kind of, I don't know, put your home in the centre of that, and then do a circle round it, a 5-mile radius. And imagine that for some reason something occurred that meant you were totally cut off from the rest of the planet. And I want you to kind of think about what that would mean to you, and think about how that would impact upon your life and the lives of those that you love. And I want you to imagine how you and the community within that 5 miles would organise life so that everybody was fed, everybody was warm, everybody was valued, everyone was cared for and cared for, and everybody was safe and secure. Because people are thinking, you know, about how's it going to operate on a worldwide scale without even looking. I mean, even if you did it within your own home, but I mean, obviously you need to, we live in communities, we're community animals. I know that some of us like solitude and to be away from everything, but we're all interdependent, guys, on everything, on every single everything, even the things you can't see. I mean, I think if you kind of put your mind to that, how would you organise yourselves? How would you cooperate with each other? How would you live interdependently with one another? When something like money is useless within that community. You can't get outside the community to purchase goods with money, to exchange the energy of money with the energy of others, because there are no others. So how are you going to do it? Ooh, lovely. How are you going to do it, and what are you going to do? I mean, people are talking about education systems and things like that. Think about that. How would you educate? What would education mean? Those who are ill, how are you going to remove the illness and get rid of disease? What are you going to do? How are you going to feed each other? What are you going to do? And I think if every kind of community looked at things like this, you would suddenly see community gardens start to spring up. You'd see community transportation networks start to spring up. You would see people gathering together to share their skills and to teach them to others and to receive the same back. It's an exchange. And the money, guys, which is what so many people are focusing on. Give me my $10 billion, man. Oh, you are worth so much more than that. And it's meaningless, totally meaningless. How would you deal with people who did threaten to cause harm to another being? How would you sort out disputes? This is what you need to think about. And you need to look into your own body and understand your body. It is a chemical, electrical machine that you are experiencing this reality through. And you do it through the senses, through your chakras, through your connection with the planet. So I want you to focus on your own body. Your own body. What can you do in a day that is going to gift you tenfold for your energy that you've expended? Can I measure how beneficial this is to me? Can I measure how beneficial it is to the earth? Can I put a pound sign or a dollar sign or yen or ruble, anything that can actually state how much benefit it has been? No, I can't. And I know this transition is going to be difficult for people, but I think we need to change the kind of thinking on that. There are those who are saying, what if, what if, what if, and thinking horrific things. Well, okay, let's do a reality check here, shall we? Let's do a reality check. Imagine that this is what the world is like and people are just existing, and then we're told things are going to change. And the highest the thing that is going to kill more people than anything else is government. And we are going to move in to an existence where we are governed. Your government and Big Pharma kills more of you than mad axe men, and the mad axe men are probably being dosed up to the hilt by big pharma, supported and legalised by the government, who are paid by big pharma and these big corporate, and they're all corporations anyway, who are all owned by somebody else. I mean, how readily would you jump into that? Well, guys, that's where we are now. The woodpecker, amazing. Governments are responsible for more deaths than anything else, and government and big pharma hand in hand. Well, and if you take the mad axe men, or you know, the totally crazy, horrible parent or whatever else, the chances are that with vaccinations and medications and depression and isolation and a lacking value, they like flip. And they lose their sense of worth, their sense of who they are, what they are. They're told what they are. You're depressed, you're a useless mother, you'll never achieve anything, you're a waste of space. And then we wonder, you're not good enough, you'll never be good enough. And then we wonder why they try to kill themselves or take endless chemical cocktails to alleviate and to shut up that little voice inside them that's screaming, but you're worth so much more than this. Because they can't be bothered to have the internal debate anymore. Because they believe they always win. Because these corporations have had the big hand. It's gone. It's gone. Oh well. I'm excited. I'm happy. The skies are blue. There have been some chemtrailers today. Not as many again. And I just feel so free. I feel so free. I feel so alive, and I am just so glad to be alive at this time. And I think really, people, the responsibility is in our hands. You know, there's two ways this can go that I can think of. One, we step forward through a transformation into a peaceful, blissful future. Or, even though those systems are gone, we keep that water in their hose pipe, even though the supply has been turned off, by just keep paying. And if we do that, guys, we might as well tell them, stand us up against a wall. You want my kidney here, have it. You want to kill my child here, do it. You know, you want to shove my mother into an old people's home where she'll probably be abused by staff who are on medication themselves because they can't believe how we treat elderly people. Guys, please, think about this carefully. Your life is your responsibility. But we all need to stand together with this. Think about your own community. Think about that 5-mile circle, and then maybe you need to start talking to people in your community and putting that scenario down and thinking, right, what would we do? And maybe think about doing it. Right, I love you all. I love OPPT, and I'm very excited. And I think once people get over the money kind of thing, it's all going to fall into place. But start with your own community. Start with you. What can you do? And that sun is saying, I'm here for you. You know, I'm here for you. Don't lock yourself away in an office all day or a factory so that you never see me. I'm gifting you something that can never ever be given to you in a piece of paper with a Queen's head on it, or a $sign, or a Y, or whatever. I'm gifting you life. So, from my feet, which feel great, Honey, who's over there, and Ebby, who's round the tree, the beautiful sky, beautiful sun, and gorgeous birds. It's their goodbye. Remember, enjoy life, live it, guys. It is exactly why we're here. Bye.